Hey guys, and welcome welcome back to my channel. So I am back with a very special video to me because I have accomplished probably one of the biggest things thus far on my channel. Today marks my 1-year anniversary here on YouTube. I know this is how much expression my face will allow me to show, but inside I am extremely happy. It has been one of the best years of my life. Starting a YouTube channel has really changed my life for the better. It allows me to have something that constantly keeps me happy, and I am just so grateful that all of you continue to tune in. Or maybe this is your first time tuning in, and if so, hello, how are you? Please subscribe down below. And I figured as my way of kind of giving back, I would do this video on some do's and don'ts to starting a channel, some tips on things you would need to start a channel. And yeah, before I start to ramble anymore, let me just get into this video. So I feel like my channel has really changed a lot since my very first video, which was the Sephora Mac haul. If you go look at that video, or I might just put a little link for you to click it here in the box. A lot has changed. My quality has changed, the lighting has changed, the background has changed, and that should just show you do not need to have everything right away when you start a YouTube channel if you are wanting to start a channel. My first camera was a point and shoot camera, but I didn't really like that, so I went out and got a DSLR, and that one broke, if you guys remember, so that is why I now film on a Canon 70D. But there are so many other options that you can use to start your channel. Phone quality videos have gotten a lot better. There's your laptop, there are point and shoots, there's DSLRs. For editing your videos, I use iMovie because it came with my MacBook, but there is Final Cut Pro. I did download the trial to see if I like it, and it's a tad bit harder to understand than iMovie. Like iMovie, I guess, would be like the beginner level, and then moving up would be Final Cut Pro. If you do not have a Apple computer, for Windows I believe it's called Filmora. Everything will be linked in the description box down below. These editing sites for different devices, different PCs, and there are even apps for your phone if you are going to edit your videos on your phone. So all of that will be linked in the description box down below. As far as lighting goes, I do use a ring light. When I started out, I had 2 softbox lights that I got off Amazon for like $70. And if you don't have any of that, you don't have the means to get any of that, you could always just use natural lighting from your window. So you do not have to start out big when starting on a channel. Everything I listed will be linked in the description box down below, what I use and alternatives to what I use. So getting into the do's and don'ts of starting a channel, there are 3 main sections that I want to talk about. The first would be branding. When you start your own YouTube channel, you are pretty much creating your own brand. Jaclyn Hill is her own brand. Carly Bybel is her own brand. And they've built their brands beyond just YouTube to now where they have their own products, they have collaborations with big companies, and you could get there too if you do it the right way. And one of the things you do want to do when branding yourself is have a consistency throughout your brand. So between your banner, text, colors, everything, it has to be consistent throughout all of your videos. So the pink that pops up in my social media icons is the same pink that you'll see in my banner when you click on my YouTube channel. We want to have consistent colors, so that's the same consistent pink when I post texts or different fonts on my channel. Even fonts, or texts, you want to be the same text throughout all of your videos. So if I post a foundation hunt video and you see text pop up that says price, it'll be the same text in all of my videos that have text. And to do that, I feel like the easiest thing for me to use is Picmonkey. It's pretty simple. If you just go on the website for the first time, you know nothing about it, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory on how to use it. However, there are also hundreds of videos on YouTube that will tell you how to make an overlay in Picmonkey, how to create a certain type of thumbnail in Picmonkey. And one thing I feel people don't really explain when making a YouTube banner is that your YouTube banner is going to pop up not only on someone's computer, but it'll pop up on their phone, on their TV, whatever device they're using to watch your channel, your banner is going to pop up on, and if you don't make it the right way, it's not going to pop up the same on different devices. And YouTube makes it easier for people to make your banner by actually giving you a banner template that you can make your banner based off of, and you can literally just make the banner on the template. So if I remember, I will leave the link to where you can download the template down below, but literally just upload that into Picmonkey and just create your banner on top of the template that they give you. So when you see my banner up top, that is on top of the actual template that YouTube gives. It's just when you upload it, if you do it the right way, you won't see the gray around the box. To understand what I'm saying, you would have to actually go look at the template to, you know, get the point of what I'm trying to say. But that makes it so much easier, and it gives you a heads up when you're uploading your banner to see, like, yes, it will show up the same on all devices. Now, what you don't want to do is brand yourself in a way that you might regret later on. People are starting their YouTube channels younger and younger and younger, and you need to think, like, if this is something I seriously want to do, will I still like this stuff, you know, 10 years from now? So when you're going to choose your username, you know, Miss Twerksome 2000 might not be something you like by the time you hit 20. And it might not be something that brands or collaborators or just people, like subscribers in general, will take seriously when they see that. Am I subscribing to someone whose username is Miss Twerksome 2000? No. I mean, you'll probably find someone who will, but no, I will not. And besides just the username, like, if you have fonts all over the place, colors all over the place, it's going to be harder for you to build your subscriber base, because people like looking at things that are appealing to them. And it's easier for them to look at things that are appealing to them and things that have more consistency when looking at them. So you started your channel and now it's time to promote yourself. What you do want to do is have appealing thumbnails. The thumbnail is one of the first things people see when they look at your video. Before they click on the video, before they get to find out for themselves if they like your personality, the first thing they see is that thumbnail. So you want to have a thumbnail that will make someone want to click on your video. And to do that, once again, I use Picmonkey for my thumbnails. Sometimes I'll pose for the thumbnail while I'm filming a video, and sometimes I'll take screenshots throughout the video, because I feel like that kind of also gives more personality in the thumbnail. But you can use other pictures in your thumbnails and just kind of make a collage of your thumbnails. You can do a lot with your thumbnails, and the best way to make your thumbnails is, one, practice. Practice makes perfect. My thumbnails are not perfect. Two, there are hundreds of tutorials on YouTube on how to make certain kind of thumbnails. And last, look at what other people make their thumbnails and don't copy it, but put your own spin on it. You know, you can outline things with little white borders. You know, I feel like that's, someone can't tell you, oh my God, you copied so-and-so because you did that, because that's a basic thing to do in your thumbnails. But I mean, if someone makes their thumbnail like them holding their dog with their Chanel bag in their hand and you do the same exact thing, then someone might come for you like, oh, you stole so-and-so's thumbnail idea. And you'd be surprised, people stand very hard for people, so you don't want to get yourself caught up in someone's fan base coming for you for something that you may have done without knowing, or something you did do purposely. Just save yourself that trouble, make your own thumbnails, and put your own spin on it. Something else you do want to do is use other social media accounts. It's going to be very hard for you to build your subscriber base if you don't use anything else other than YouTube. Especially starting out, there are millions of YouTubers out there. There are billions of videos floating throughout YouTube. So if you think like the only way your videos are going to get seen is just uploading on YouTube, it's probably not going to happen. People have their own Facebook pages, use their Instagram accounts, their Twitter accounts, Snapchat, Vine, whatever. However, I feel two things that get left out a lot when people are explaining how to use other social media accounts are Facebook groups and Google Plus communities. On Facebook, you can pretty much find like a Facebook group that support anything. I've seen a Facebook group that's dedicated solely to posting ugly food pictures that people post to the internet. literally you can find anything. So if you're a beauty channel, a gaming channel, a fashion channel, whatever, I'm pretty sure there is a Facebook group made for people who love the same thing that you do. And that's one of the best places to leave your video. However, don't just go in there and be like, oh, uploading a new video, drop it there. Like, actually engage with the people in that group. So they actually do familiarize themselves with you. So every time you do post, they're like, oh, hey, she commented on this and I liked what she had to say, so let me check out her video. And as far as Google Plus goes, they have even more community groups than Facebook does. And because Google is already, you know, attached with YouTube, it makes it easier for people to, you know, just go over to your YouTube channel when going through communities on Google+. Now, what you don't want to do is use clickbait in your titles. And when I say use clickbait, I mean what you don't want to do is use a title to portray something that people are not going to see when they actually click on the video. For example, like if I see a title that says story time, you know, I dated Chris Brown and this is my story, and if I click on the video and when I get there you're talking about Joe Schmo that you dated down the street when you were like in the 7th grade, I'm clicking at your video because you knew when you made it that title that people were going to click because they thought you were talking about, you know, the always in trouble, kind of crazy R&B singer Chris Brown. And I've seen it happen where people will get destroyed in their comments. That's the easiest way for you to get more dislikes on your video than you do likes, and for people to just say really nasty things to you. So just, you know, tell the truth in your titles. I get it, you want to make your titles more creative because, you know, I just write story time, you know, I broke up with my ex-boyfriend. There are probably a million videos talking about breaking up with your ex-boyfriend. But there are other ways to make your titles interesting than, you know, using things that you know have nothing to do with your actual video. Another thing you don't want to do, and I mean don't do it, is spam other YouTubers' comments. And when I say spam comments, I mean do not go to someone else's videos and say, any other small YouTubers want to support each other? Subscribe to me and I'll subscribe back. Do not write sub for sub. I don't think a lot of people realize that a lot of the times those comments don't even get seen, because I'm assuming that even YouTube is tired of it. So if you write a comment on someone's channel that even has the word channel, subscribe, sub, or a link to your channel, it automatically goes to that YouTuber's spams. Or at least that's what it does for me. I don't know about other people, but I mean sometimes some of them will slip through and it'll actually get posted to my page, but a lot of the time it goes straight to my spam. And I'm trying to keep up with answering actual comments that show up in my comment section, so I rarely go to the spam section on my computer to either delete or, you know, figure out whether this is spam or not. So a lot of the times that comment just ends up sitting directly in that YouTuber spam box forever. And now that we're talking about it, one of my first comments on YouTube ever was actually a spam comment that I fell for. I posted the haul video from MAC and Sephora, and I had already had, I think, 3 subscribers, something like that, you know, 3 or 4. And this comment was left on that video, and it was like, hey, you know, this video was amazing, blah, 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 it was so good, da, da, da. I subscribed. Did she say subscribe back? She either said like subscribe back or, oh, I make videos too, you know, come check me out sometime. I think she said like come check me out, because if she had said like subscribe back, I probably wouldn't have gone to check, because, you know, I've already watched other YouTubers say how annoying it is for sub. So she probably said, you know, come check me out, but she said I subscribe. So I went to her channel and she had a pretty decent following. You don't really catch like YouTubers who have like, I don't know, 5,000 and up leaving sub for sub comments. I think at the time she had like 5,000. I don't know. I went to her channel. She had a decent following, and she was a beauty channel too. I looked at some of her videos. At the time it was Halloween time, so I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool. I subscribed back. So I went to go watch one of her videos, and I scrolled down to the comments because I'm a comment reader, and pretty much like every other comment was, oh, thanks for the nice comment on my video, I subscribe back. Oh, I just saw what you left on my channel, I came to check you out, I subscribe back. And I was just like, you know, it's I feel like that's a little too coincidental here. So I clicked on one of the YouTubers who had commented on her channel, went to their most recent video, and lo and behold, she left pretty much the same comment on their video. So then I checked other people in her comments, and she was literally leaving the same comment on their videos, but just like changing up a few words. Like, oh, I loved your haul. Oh, I loved your thing. I subscribed. Come check out my channel. So I went back to the comment section on that YouTuber's page, and I noticed that some people were also saying, you know, you said you subscribed to me, but I didn't see like a change in the numbers of my subscribers. And then I went back to my channel and I was like, wait, like I had 3 subscribers before she commented that, and I still only have 3 subscribers. And I went back to her channel and realized that she has it so where you can't see like what other people she's subscribed to, and I was like, oh, I see what you did there. I see. That's very clever. You're telling everyone that you subscribe to them. They can't check to make sure that you're subscribed to them, and you're literally doing it to like hundreds. Like when I say there were hundreds of comments in her comment section saying like, I saw your comment, I subscribed back, whatever, I was like, I see what you did there. Clever, clever. And now that may work for her. You know, she may think to myself like, oh, I've come up with the ultimate plan, like this is great, I'm gonna keep doing this, but it's really not worth it. Like, it's really not. There is no point in subscribing to someone who you have no interest of watching their videos, because at the end of the day, it's not about how many subscribers you have. It's not even about how many views you get. But if they don't correlate, then what's the point? You know, like what's the point of having 50,000 subscribers if you only get like 26 views on all of your videos, because 90% of those people who subscribed, you only subscribe because you said you would subscribe to them back. You see what I'm saying? Like, the whole point is to build a relationship with the people who subscribe to you so that they keep coming back, so that they'll talk to you outside of YouTube. Like, I have people who will consistently snap me. I have people who will consistently retweet my tweets, all of that stuff. People who comment on every video that I post on YouTube, and that's the point, you know, like, get it, we're not going to be friends who go out to lunch every other week, because there are literally people watching you from all around the world, but you want people to support you so that they'll support you in other things that you do in your life. You know, people congratulated me when I graduated from college. Sorry. People will support you if you choose to create a business outside of YouTube. If you try to sell something, your subscribers who have been following you for years will support you. When you just subscribe to someone and you know you have no intentions of watching any of their videos, then what do you get out of this? Is what I would love to ask people who go around doing that. Like, what do you actually get out of this? And if you're only in it so like brands will send you stuff so that you can do this, whatever, they're not stupid, all right? If they look at your channel and they're like, oh, she has 100,000 subscribers, but then they go to your videos and they're like, why does she only have 1,000 views on all of her videos? You know, it's like YouTube when someone has 500,000 followers, and Instagram when someone has like 500,000 followers and they only get like 25 likes per picture. You start looking like, something ain't adding up here. So, I mean, I'm sure people will continue to do it. People have mentioned it in hundreds of videos to not sub for sub and whatever, but that was just my 2 cents on it. So you've started your channel, you've promoted it, and you've got people coming in, and now it's time to engage with those people. What you do want to do is actually interact with your subscribers. Once again, they are the people who are going to support you. You know, they leave comments telling you, oh, you're so pretty, oh, this was so nice, you know, where is that lipstick from? Like, the least you can do is respond to them. And there are some YouTubers who have like 15 million subscribers, and I get it, it's hard to go through like, 3,000 comments, but I see people who only have like 50 comments and they never respond. And people can ask like questions, like, you showed me this video on how I'm supposed to be able to do something. I'm asking you a question on the video you showed me, and they never get a response. That just doesn't sit well with me. You know, it's like I said, like, I enjoy responding to your comments. Your comments, I know they make me feel better. I mean, you've got like 80 people in the comment section telling you that you're pretty. Like, thank you. I mean, I don't really have anything else other to say than thank you, but thank you. I'll say it again and again. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the nice comments that you leave in my comment section. The next thing you do want to do when engaging on your channel is be able to take constructive criticism. You know, not everyone is out to get you on your channel. There are people who will follow you, they will support you, and they may be able to see something that you could do better that you didn't notice yourself. You know, if someone tells you, oh, you know, I couldn't really see the product that you were holding, I couldn't really see your face in the makeup tutorial for your lighting, you know, you might want to consider sitting in better lighting in the next video. That's constructive. If someone tells you, you know, like, oh, you had that fan on in the background, I couldn't really hear what you're saying, that's constructive. Like, they are telling you, you know, this was a distraction from me paying attention to what you're saying. Think about fixing it in the next video. That's letting you know they want to come back to the next video, but they also want to be able to see, hear, smell, taste your actual video. You know, that's all constructive. And granted, not every person who comments something, a suggestion, is being constructive, but that's up to you to be able to decide, you know, is that something that I should take seriously, or is that person just being a troll? Now, what you don't want to do when engaging on your channel is feed into negativity, because you're gonna get it. I don't know too many YouTubers who do not get negative comments in their comment section. And like I said, you'll get positive comments, you know, your teeth are so white, you know, that food looks delicious. You'll get suggestions, you know, you should probably not do this, that background is distracting. And then you'll get comments that serve no purpose whatsoever. I guess the only purpose that it would serve is it gets to make someone feel good about themselves for saying something rude to a complete stranger. I don't know, I'm not a miserable person, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what that purpose is, but it's going to happen. It happens to me, and I answered in my Q&A video how I deal with it, and the answer is I don't. Like, I see the comments, I read it. You might get like 20 seconds of thought in my mind while I laugh at the comment, but that's about it. I'm gonna move on and answer someone's comment that does have a purpose. Because nothing's gonna change reading your comment. Like, I'm not, is the YouTube police gonna come shut down my channel? No. Am I going to delete the video because you didn't like it? No. Am I going to change who I am because you don't like me? No. Trust. I sleep well at night knowing that there are hundreds of other people who do support me. I've got real life friends and family who do support me. So what am I getting all my panties in a bunch for because you don't like me? Someone I'll never meet. Someone who doesn't pay my bills. I still have food. I'm still clothed. Life goes on. Watch someone else's video. It's that easy. And last but not least, I do have 3 tips that I want to leave you guys with on starting a YouTube channel. And the first one is stay true to who you are. So many times someone will start a channel because they think this is what's going to get them a lot of subscribers, or they think, you know, this is how they have to act for people to like them on YouTube, and you do not have to do that. If you don't like beauty, do not start a beauty channel. There are literally hundreds of topics you can start a channel on, and you'd be surprised what people actually want to subscribe to. When you do find whatever it is you want to start your channel on, just be yourself. Like, I had someone comment and tell me, oh, just a tip for the future, you might want to think about being happier in your videos. And I was like, this is as happy as my personality allows me to get. Take it or leave it. You know, I mean, I don't think people would actually believe it, especially people who were already subscribed to me. If one day I upload a channel and just completely change my personality, and I'm like, okay guys, so I am back with another foundation hunt, and this is the new Urban Decay foundation that just got released like yesterday, and you guys know I had to pick it up to post a video on this. Like, I mean, come on, look at it. Like, the packaging is just so cute, and I feel like this is gonna be a great foundation. Like, bruh, who's falling for that? I mean, I'm pretty sure all of my comments would either be like, is she on drugs, or who was this fake bitch in front of us? Because that's not who I am, and I'm not going to change who I am. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it, and if you hate it, move on to someone that you are going to like. The next tip that I have for you guys is stay on top of whatever's trending or popular in whatever genre it is that you are a YouTuber. And I don't mean, you know, like, oh, someone creates a tag like how I did my makeup in high school tag, so an hour later you have to have one up too. I'm not saying like what everyone else does you have to do as well. You know, everyone else does lip swatches, so you have to do that as well. What I'm saying is be aware of things that whatever community it is that you're a part of is talking about. So if a company, a popular company, is releasing a foundation that everyone's thinking like, oh my god, like how is that going to look, and you do reviews or you do first impressions on your channel, then you're going to want to do a video about that, because when it gets released, everyone is going to be talking about that thing. They're going to be searching it on YouTube, looking for recommendations before they go purchase it. So that is a way to bring people to your channel. And the last tip that I have, which is kind of like 2 tips in one, is to 1, be consistent. It'll help you and your subscribers in the long run. It'll help you in that it'll help you stay focused. It'll help you stay organized. It'll help you stay on track of what you want to do on your channel. If you know, okay, every Wednesday and Saturday, I'm going to post a video. I kind of haven't been doing that lately, but you know, I'm trying to get back on track with that. You know, every week I'm going to post a video. Every month I'm going to post a video. And it helps your subscribers know that you're serious about, you know, starting your channel and building your channel. If your subscribers realize that, oh, you posted a video in May and you don't post another video until November, then what's the point of being subscribed? You know, I can just come and check in every now and then, like, oh, has so-and-so posted a new video? And I actually do that for some people because they go so long without posting a video. It's like TV. If I watch the very first episode of Empire and I'm like, oh, I'm digging this. I like this show. I want to see what it's about. And then, you know, at the end of the episode, they're like, you know, stay tuned for the next video that'll be airing in February. What? I'm not waiting until February for the next day. 1, I'm pretty sure I'll move on to another TV show. And 2, I'll probably forget to come back in February and check and see what the next episode is all about. So be consistent, and have some type of schedule, some type of, you know, plan on how you're going to run your channel. The second part of my last tip is to be patient. You know, it does not come overnight for everyone. It usually doesn't come overnight for everyone. Sometimes it does. And what you should not be worried about is, oh, well, what did he do to get to where he is? What you should be worried about is what you're not doing that's keeping you where you are right now. You know, like, why have I been on YouTube for 4 years and I only have like 40 subscribers? You know, that's something you need to worry about yourself. Don't worry about what someone else is doing. They're doing them. They're running their channel. Their channel will continue to go on while you sit here and think like, what do I need to do that person's doing to be like that person? You're not going to be that person because that person is that person. You know, you need to worry like, well, is it my lighting? Is it my personality? Is it my whatever? And remember that it does not happen overnight. It takes time. It takes dedication. And even if you don't become an overnight success, or even throughout a couple of years, you don't become a success. As long as you are happy on your YouTube channel, because not everyone wants to do this as a career, whatever, it is a hobby for some people. As long as you are happy while you are doing it, then I consider you successful. So that is it for this video. I hope these tips, these suggestions, these do's and don'ts have helped you in your decision of whether or not you were going to start your own channel. You know, maybe you've learned some things that you need to start doing on your channel if you already have one. Let me know if you have any other questions about starting a YouTube channel in the comment section down below. Once again, thank you guys so much for joining this journey with me. I hope all of you will continue to ride this ride with me. Make sure to thumbs up, comment, and subscribe down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Baby, I like your style.